have to work a match, but even I did I did a segment on the show in the empty arena, and it's just really, really bizarre because, like I said, you're looking for that energy to feed off of, and it is just not there. You have to create it in your head, and you have to, you almost have to, pipe in the fan noise in your head and create that atmosphere and like draw on your memories and draw on, all these other experiences. I've actually, unfortunately, I've had the exact same noise level with a completely full arena. So, that was a joke.
Well, we didn't want to say anything there, but
yeah, that whole shtick with the cult leader thing really kind of fell flat. It's whatever.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we won't go into those days.
This is a tough crowd, man. Everybody's brave across the country.
Your program with AJ Styles, definitely not what you guys probably wrote out, from the very beginning, but it changed into what it did. And I told you, I said, Amy and I were watching it Sunday night we watched just your match, and then Monday I went back and watched some of the other matches. But I watched your match, and at the end of it, Amy said, I loved that. I thought that was awesome. And outside of, and unfortunately this year, I get an opportunity to potentially go to WrestleMania, and COVID-19 happens. Thank you, Mr.
You're the kiss of death, man.
But Amy said, she goes, outside of having an opportunity to be there to see you live perform, she goes, I think that was amazing. She goes, I really enjoyed it. I was into it. She goes, I was waiting for the next scene to happen. She goes, I really liked it. How did you feel about what you and AJ ended up doing?
So obviously, you always envision this match happening in a live arena. And then somewhere there in the last few weeks, or last couple of weeks, when we didn't even know what was going to happen the next day, the idea was thrown at me about, doing something off site. And I was like, yeah, that's a much better, that's a much better option than trying to have the match that AJ and the Undertaker would have inside an empty arena. So, I guess in our case, we were very fortunate to be able to go off site and do what we did. And the final product, like I said, I couldn't be more proud of it. Under the circumstances, all the different things going on, everybody to pull together and put something like that out there that was different and was intriguing. It was I can't speak for AJ, but I'm very proud of what we did.
Yeah, I thought it was a unique take on what you guys were doing, and I think it was named incorrectly. I think it should have been a Buried Alive match.
That part was confusing.
Yeah.
If it would have been me, if I would have made the match, I would have said, okay, this is a Buried Alive match. AJ Styles doesn't know anything about Buried Alive matches. He called it a Boneyard match. So he's the one that made the match. So, now it's a Boneyard match. So, but even Buried Alive matches usually generally happened in the arena.
Yeah.
So I think we're just trying to give our audience something like, well, what is that? What's that going to be? What's the, we try to, add a little bit of intrigue and get people get people talking, like, oh, okay, what are they going to do? Is it going to be, is it going to be in an empty arena? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? So we're trying to generate, interest in what we were going to do.
Do you think that y'all's match opens the doors for more matches similar to that for pay-per-views that Vince might kind of go down that road of more of a cinematic feel to maybe one match every year or something like that in a WrestleMania?
I think because that one was so successful, I think it lends to that. But it happens, you just you got to have the right. And this is not a pat on the back, but you got to have the right players to do that. Guys that really understand their characters, and they really still rely on that part of the business, not just the athletic side of the business, which is, I think, more guys kind of lean that way now. Where for me, that put me right back in my wheelhouse. And AJ could work with a broom handle and put a 4-star match on.
Yeah. It was unique. I mean, for him to come in the hearse and you come back. I mean, was it your idea to bring back almost that the American Badass gimmick again? I mean, was that something that was kind of, when this all transpired, was that something that you wanted to do?
Yeah, I kind of been feeling it for a while, but also, I know I don't have a lot of matches left, so you always run the risk. Well, what do you do this big change again, and then you're not really out there. When AJ threw that first stone and made this personal, then it made it a no-brainer. Like I couldn't stay that mainstream Undertaker and be able to respond and deal with the things that he was saying in that character. So a lot of people have been curious, like, what is the unholy trinity? Well, the unholy trinity that I referenced was the dead man, the badass, and then the man himself, which obviously Mark Calloway, and I put them all together, and that was kind of my brain was working that way. It was like it was the unification of all these three entities into one person. So that was that's where that came from.
Now, for the rest of the night, for WrestleMania, Zach came to work on Monday and was talking about all these different matches. And, I think Edge and Randy Orton, they're still wrestling.
That match may still be going on.
Yeah. It was so.
I tell you what, it was a long match, but I thought it was really good. Especially.
It was really good. And
You said it was the match.
It was never slow. Like, it was excellent. Yeah. It was just so long. I went and made some waffles. I came back.
Yeah, but see, that's where
trailer. It was crazy.
See, and that's where your audience helps you, though. Like that match was really good. Now you put people out there and get their reactions, and that match it seems 15 minutes shorter because they are just all they're working off of is
the energy of the building,
pure physicality of what had been done in their issue. What helped us and what my mindset doing ours was like, this is one of those rare opportunities that you get to hear someone talking serious smack. You usually don't get to hear that because your audience is, your audience is live, and some of the things that are said are some of them are pretty funny, some of them are pretty like, okay, all right, that shit's about to go hot, and but that was what I think was really helped us, was just the verbal communication between us. It was like, I don't know, this is like being in a fight, and when you're up, you're talking mad smack, and you get to hear the grunt, and you get kicked in the ribs. You know what that feels like, and you know what it sounds like, and so But no, I thought they did a killer job with what they had to work with.
Now, the other day when I was talking to you, do you think that the women stole the night for WrestleMania? Because it seemed like their matches were really good during WrestleMania. I mean, what was your feeling about that?
let's see. So I watched. I watched Charlotte. I watched her match, and I thought it was really, really, really good. Actually, come to think, I watched Becky too. I watched hers. I thought that, you know what? It's a different era now, and those girls they're working hard, man, and they've got to be considered. When you start talking, match of the night or who stole the show, you always got to consider the women. They bring it, man. They bring it because they know they have to bring it, right? Because they have all these eyes on them that are wanting them to fail, but expect them to do so. And so I think they all have. I know the one here that I live with, she was always like that. Like she always wanted to, bring everything she had because she knew, the curve was in the, they were graded on a steeper curve. And I think it's the same today.
How does it feel to be the second best wrestler in your house?
I've come to live with it. I've come to grips with it. It's not only the second best wrestler, it's the second best. Well, now with my daughters, I'm the third best athlete in the house. So, hey, my pride sits up here on one of these shelves back behind me. I'm used to it, man.
Well, let's move out of WrestleMania. Let's move into.
I got one more WrestleMania question. What is your opinion on the match that I'm still waiting to start? And that would be the Firefly Funhouse match. I'm still not convinced that it started. What do you think about that?
I'll get back to you on that.
It was different. It was a different.
It was different, and it was entertaining. To me, it was entertaining, and it
was entertaining.
It made you think.
Yeah.
And it was like, and it put you in that state, like, okay, where are they going? What are they going to do? Again, I think for the circumstances, I thought it worked. Can I give you all the nuances of it? No, because I wasn't there, and I don't, I don't know what the the whole psychology of it was, but for this WrestleMania and things that the parameters that we had on us, I thought it worked, and it was like you didn't take your eyes off of it because you were like, well, what the hell's coming next?
Yeah,
So they're definitely not traditional, and probably I don't know if you'll ever see another one, or if you do, it would probably be different, but I don't know, man. Sometimes you got to make chicken salad out of chicken shit, and I think
I thought it was cool.
I did too. Like I said,
the whole time.
Yeah.
During it, like trying to figure out what was going on, but we couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah.
Like you wanted to see what was happening next.
It was definitely weird, but it was entertaining.
Yeah.
And it was very creative. So whoever put that together, kudos to them.
I thought it was more of like a really long extended promo, and not necessarily just like a match.
Yeah.
Right. That's how I was watching it, and it was entertaining. It was good.
Yeah. It definitely dug into some part of their brain, whoever wrote that, and pulled something out that I could.
John Cena doesn't need to have hair though. That was the most unsettling part about the entire match. Is him having a full head of hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's playing on different fields now. So
yeah.
I think he's going to be all right.
Yeah,
I think Cena can pretty much do whatever he wants to do these days, and he's
pretty much.
So we'll ask the first fan question. This comes from Tony Rodnicki. I know Tony.
Okay. Sure you do.
He runs here. He's part of my running. You haven't talked about how good I look, Mark. Look at this.
I've been waiting, brother. It's like you've lost a whole human being.
I did. Look, what I lost, Zach gained. Zach, show him how fat you are now.
That's harsh. That's harsh, man. That's harsh. But no, brother,
I can run faster than Zach, but Zach can still kill me. So
you're gonna get tired sometime.
Oh man. So
I know Miss Amy's happy you're not eating all that junk food anymore.
She is happy, and she's probably, if she's not sleeping right now, she is watching. So I would love to tell my wife how much I love her. She's a hero. She's a nurse, working every evening at the hospital. So
Absolutely, man.
It's very sweet.
yes,
I would like to take this opportunity to tell all three of my ex-wives that I'm sorry.
Anyway, next topic.
All right. First fan question from Tony. What wrestler or match goes down as one of the most memorable or favorite in your career?
Wow. Man, I got a lot, but I tell you what, WrestleMania 25.